Hello everyone, it's Theme Park Avenue. I am Eric with a new theme park battle today. In another Cedar Fair vs Six Flags matchup, we have Carowinds and Six Flags Magic Mountain. Which one will come out on top? Let's find out. Before we begin, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We are on our way to 1,000 subscribers. I hope we can get there soon. Now, let's get into the park battle. As usual, we will start with roller coaster matchups. Let's begin with the B&M inverts, Afterburn and Batman the Ride. I like Batman the Ride for sure, however, Batman is not quite as intense as Afterburn. Afterburn's a really strong invert, so it will get the points. Now for Mine Trains, Gold Rusher and Carolina Gold Rusher. Carolina Gold Rusher is smoother, and honestly a lot more fun for me. I will be giving Carowinds this point. Now for two very different family suspended coasters. One's a Vekoma, one's an Arrow. And Kitty Hawk is a pretty solid kids coaster, however, Ninja is larger, it's more thrilling, has better terrain, it's more fun overall. Now for kiddie coasters, Wilderness Run and Hot Rod Racers. Hot Rod Racers does run the cycle twice, however, I'm going to say Wilderness Run is better. It's a bit more thrilling, and it's better for kids and for more thrilling seekers that ride with kids. So Carowinds gets this half point. Wooden coasters are next, and Apocalypse the Ride is better than Hurler overall. Not too much else to say, just that Apocalypse does definitely win this point. Magic Mountain is not too far behind now. Now for two looping coasters, Carolina Cyclone and the New Revolution. They're different manufacturers, and while New Revolution is longer and smoother, I like Carolina Cyclone more, honestly. It's pretty underrated, where the inversions are really good, while New Revolution really only has the one inversion and that's all it has going for it. So I'm going to be giving Carowinds this point. Now for the hypercoasters, Intimidator and Goliath. Intimidator is definitely better. This B&M certainly beats Goliath the Giovanella, or Giovanella, or however you pronounce that. So hands down, or hands up in this case I guess, Intimidator is better. Now for the two B&M stand-ups, Vortex and Riddler's Revenge. For many this is an easy win for Riddler's Revenge, and it is for me too. But I still like Vortex. I think Vortex is underrated. Even so, Riddler's Revenge is without a doubt the best stand-up coaster made so far. Now for the flying coasters, Nighthawk, the Vekoma Flying Dutchman, and Tatsu, the B&M Flying Coaster. Nighthawk is really painful and I don't like it. Tatsu is just awesome, one of my favorite roller coasters ever. So Tatsu, without a doubt, wins the point. Now for two bigger looping coasters, the Flying Cobras and Viper. These are also better looping coasters, I should point out. Viper is good. Like, some really don't like it. I thought it was decent. Some of the inversions are strong, however, there are rough parts on it. I like Flying Cobras more. It is really good for a Vekoma boomerang, honestly. The inversions feel strong, the pacing seems solid for the actual part, it feels much faster than it really is. It's my favorite boomerang, and I'm going to be giving it the points. Now for the launch coasters. Here we're going to do Copperhead Strike and Full Throttle. If I did West Coast Racers, Copperhead Strike would win, and against Full Throttle it still wins. It is more thrilling, it has a better layout, it may not feel quite as intense for the most part, but it is a better ride overall. Now for the final matchup, the best coasters in the park in my opinion, Fury 325 and Twisted Colossus. Twisted Colossus is my favorite in the park. I know some say X2, I get that. But even if I were to put X2 in, no matter which one I do, Fury would come out on top. Twisted Colossus is amazing. Great airtime, the dueling thing's fun, I like it a lot. But Fury is just like the ultimate Giga Coaster. It's really, really awesome and probably still my second favorite roller coaster I've ever been on. That's gonna do it for the matchups. Now for the extra coasters. Carowinds gets 2 points for Ricochet and Woodstock Express. Magic Mountain gets 5.5 points. Full points go to X2, Superman Escape from Krypton, Scream, and West Coast Racers. The three kiddie coasters each get half a point. it is now a tied game. Who's going to come out on top in the end? Let's find out with Drop Towers to start off the next lineup of matchups. Lex Luthor and Drop Tower at Carowinds. So Lex Luthor is taller, it has a better drop, there's a tiny bit of theming to it, it's definitely going to take the points. Now for the flat rides. Carowinds has 2 flat rides, Electro Spin and Wind Seeker. Magic Mountain gets 1 point for having Crazy Entity, the Pendulum ride. Now it's a tied game again. For dark rides, it'll remain a tie, as I'm giving 1 point to Justice League Battle for Metropolis at Six Flags, and Carowinds will get a point for its shooting simulator ride themed to Plants vs. Zombies. Now for water rides, and Magic Mountain has Jetstream and Roaring Rapids. It gets points for that. However, Carowinds gets no points, as there are no water rides in the park. Now for other rides, which park has more non-roller coasters? Magic Mountain has a total of 23, while Carowinds has 42. That means Carowinds takes this point. Now for these shows, and Carowinds gets an edge here, it has a bit more variety and a few more notable shows. Now that means it's a tie game again. This has been pretty neck and neck. Let's see what food has to say about that. I think Magic Mountain food's a bit underrated, there's some pretty good stuff there. However, Carowinds is better. Some of its southern food is great, a lot of the new things that have been added look really fantastic. I definitely think Carowinds has the better food options. Park appearances next. And Magic Mountain is in a really nice place surrounded by some mountains and there's some good theming at a few places, but Carowinds is better overall. It's better kept, it looks nicer, cleaner park, it looks better, and I'm going to be giving it the points. Now for the layout, and this is a tough one. Both are kind of a circle, however Carowinds is a lot more kind of split off areas where you have to walk pretty interesting paths to get from ride to ride. And I remember having a certain issue when I was in like the back left corner of the park, struggling to get from a place to another. So, while it's an okay layout overall, I'm going to give Magic Mountain the points. It's a lot easier to follow even if there aren't as many shortcuts. It's just a little less confusing. Now for operating season, and to tie up the game again, Magic Mountain takes the points because it is open 365 days a year when COVID is not a factor. And that means our final category to break the tie is operations. And Carowinds is going to be taking the point. It is some of the best operations in the Cedar Fair chain. Fury 325 is especially good. And honestly, operations are just a lot better. There's less breakdowns, there's much shorter times when you're trying to get on the ride. It takes the point over Magic Mountain. And that means our winner by only 1 point is Carowinds. Congratulations. This was a very close match, and I'm sure there are some who are surprised Magic Mountain lost. I personally do prefer Magic Mountain, but as an overall park with these categories, Carowinds was able to take the win. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed this park battle. Comment your thoughts down below, subscribe so you know when new videos come out. I have a lot more videos on the way. I'll see you next time.